What up, people? What's good? Salute.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute to the tribe. We're hip hop and comics and hip hop. We're a niche channel. We're a niche channel. And reserved for the best is super dope. I do sell comics. Check me out on Instagram at 6th_element_comic. We do. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the 6th Element of Hip Hop. I am your host, Reno Noir, and this is our co-host, Stu Dog and Sada in the building. What's good, guys? It is my birthday, and I turned 23 today.
Of course.
23, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. You're supposed to get older and wiser, not younger and dumber.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm 43.
My man, that's what I'm talking about. A milestone. A milestone. You know what I mean? 43. You know what I mean? Reno, a lot of people don't make it to 43, Reno.
I'm telling you, the big four tray. I know I didn't think I would, but.
And I'm going to keep it a buck. A lot of people don't get to 43 and have as much amassed in the background as you do.
This is true.
You know, I mean, so take pride, man. You got to take pride in the fact that you're 43, man.
I always believed in. Yeah, no, I always believed in growing old gracefully, and just appreciating I always brag about being older. I don't know. I was never one of those that really lied about their age or wanted to be younger. Shit, I don't want to be 23 again. That shit sucked.
Right, and you know that's my thing too. I never play down my age for anybody. I know guys that try to, girls too. You know, I mean, well, women that's different.
A lot of women, yeah, the women thing is more.
Yeah, women that's different, man. Women, to me, every woman is 23 years old. That's just how I feel. But a man should never play down. Yeah, a man should never play down his age, man.
Nah, never that. That's corny.
Yeah, never play down your age. Corny. Yeah, you should always, you know, embrace your age, embrace getting older. Yeah, man. And like my brother always says, as long as you look good and feel good, who gives a damn how old you are? That's the best I've ever heard.
Exactly.
That's the best I've ever heard it, man. Best I've ever heard it. So as long as you're looking good and feeling good, who gives a damn?
Absolutely. Yeah. And my pops hit me to some game today. He said, let me see what he texted me. He said, you know, he's into this kind of thing. He said, you other people that was born in my that, you know, in 1979, like me, Chris Pratt, Lee Pace, James McAvoy, Jason Momoa, Diego Luna, and Oscar Isaac. So yeah, all those comic book character folks and actors and celebrities were actually born in 79 too. We're all 43, the 43 Club. Yeah. Wow. Diamond Onyx says, "What's up to Stu and Sada to you?"
What's that?
Onyx, what's up? Jeez. Oh.
We I guess we still waiting for some more people to roll in, but yes, awesome people they are.
They are the awesomest people in the world. So we were today. I'm not going to say today. This week, I had the pleasure. And I don't know why I did it, but I literally was going through my video archives, and I was looking at how many seasons that we had of Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, and so then I just started doing research on it, and it's very ironic and very interesting how it all led into Justice League, Bruce Timm and his crew, and that style of animation, like, because when we look at the Marvel animation, it was anime, but when we look at the DC animation, the way the characters are drawn, square shouldered, right? Yeah. Square shouldered, you know, small, you know, the body gets smaller as they go down, you know, that style signified and also defined DC's animation moving forward from the 90s all the way up until now. And it was very innovative. Uh, how they drew Batman, like when they did Batman, they actually drew it on dark paper to make it look
Right.
darker and more gothic when they did it. The artists also talk about how when they drew it, that was the look they were going for. They were going for a dark, dismal gothic type look. Like they
Right.
didn't want, and then now when they drew Superman, Metropolis is a brighter city. It's brighter. It's more
Right.
upbeat, uplifted, and how Superman was very
Lighter.
bright.
Yeah.
Right when you go to Metropolis and Gotham was very dark.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people didn't notice that. A lot of people didn't notice those
Mm.
small things when it came to those cartoons, and then
And
how we got
they
Justice.
also drew him in the style of the 1940s cartoons. That was sort of
Yes,
that style, the old 1940s Superman and stuff like that.
yes,
Yeah.
but they wanted to have a more modern feel, which I think they achieved because when I watched Batman, everything did have that 40s. They had Tommy guns and all, but it
Yep.
did feel modern. So, for some
Right.
reason.
Yeah, they did a good combo. They sort of made it. My son was noticing some stuff like that too. Like there were certain things that they would do, and it'd be like, okay, well that's sort of modern and current. But then, like you said, Tommy guns and the old 1930s, 40s Dick Tracy type style cars and things like
Yeah.
that.
Right. And how a lot of characters wore long, like Bullock wore a long trench coat and he wore a hat. You know, Jim Gordon wore a long trench coat, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just little nuances that you see when you watch the cartoon that makes you, like you said, reminiscent of that 1940 stuff. It's how you're young. Well, you're younger than all of us.
Yeah.
Have you watched the? Well, you will always be younger than all of us. You'll always be. In our
Yes.
book, you'll always be 20 years old. In our book. You know what I mean?
See.
Even in
I watched
2040,
the. Oh, so
even
you
in,
said what?
even in 2049, you'll still be 20 years old. So
Yeah. See, that's how it works.
now, what about you, son? Have you ever watched the animated series Superman, Batman?
I have the Superman one, not so much, just because I was I was never a Superman fan growing up, and I've never had a desire to really watch it. But the Batman one, I've watched quite a bit of it. I feel like I definitely haven't watched the whole thing. Like I haven't watched like season 4 where this animation, well, the style was different, like really different, kind of off-putting. So I haven't really watched that one in entirety yet, but I've watched the majority of the series. I really, really liked it. And it's part of what helped me get into like DC and the animation in general. It was just such a game changer, that show.
Definitely.
It definitely was. It
Yeah.
definitely was. What's your favorite episode of Batman?
The one I can think of is the one with Red Claw. I think that's her name. And it was when Catwoman was in that episode, and she was going up against her and her little organization, and Batman was there also. And of course, Batman and Catwoman had that, playful back and forth, which I always love. So that's like my favorite one. That's the one I remember watching most fondly because I only have a couple of them on DVD. I don't have the whole series. So that was the one that I rewatched a lot. So yeah, I would say that one's my favorite. Oh, and the one with Two-Face when he came into being. That was great. That was also my favorite one.
That was a great one. That was one of my favorites too. The Two-Face episodes were always my favorite.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah, he made it great. They made a great because he kind of fit in that gangster, 30s gangster era type, motif or whatever that they were going for. So I think Two-Face was one of the best characters for that show. I think missed opportunity though. I don't think, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not sure if ventriloquist was in that show at all.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he
Yes,
was.
he was.
Was?
He was. He had a couple.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
There was one where he actually had about, I think, two confirmed episodes. I agree. I think there was 3. But I know he had 2 episodes. There was one where at the end of the episode, they thought they reformed him and he was in jail and he was in a wood shop and he was working and you see him making another dummy and then you think it's all over and it's all good and then you see him stick a knife in the cheek and make a scar. It can be Scarface and they'll let you know that it wasn't over. And that's how they ended the episode. I was like, wow, man, it was great. My favorite episode was Heart of Ice.
Oh
That's probably
yeah, that's a good
that's
one.
probably,
That's a good one
It's your
too.
boy right there, Iceman.
Yeah.
that's probably my top favorite episode of all of them. Uh, I can't even stress. I mean, I like them all, but that was probably my favorite. I watch that one over and over again and never get tired of it. It was just a great episode, man. That's
Absolutely, absolutely. Wow! Shout out to all the people
oh,
in the building.
and my other favorite episode would be Beware of the Gray Ghost. Always thought that was dope. Always
Oh yeah,
thought
that's
that was dope. Yeah,
mhm.
yeah. On Leather Wings was a good one too. That was another one of my favorites. That's with a Man Bat. That's why they introduced Man Bat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
that was great.
and the one with the Riddler. If you're so smart, why aren't you rich? That was another good one. That was another one that I like.
Uh huh.
It's so amazing when you think about how much they got into those 4 seasons. I mean, it's crazy.
I
Like they got almost the whole gallery in there in those four
think they
seasons.
did. It was 5 seasons. I think it was 5 seasons. So
Five
I
seasons?
do yes because after a while they switched the name to Batman and Robin. The Batman and Robin Adventures. It was still the same thing. Still the same art
Right.
style. Still going the same way. But it had a new intro because I got one, two, three, four, five. I have five of them. Yeah, and the last one is the Adventures of Batman and Robin, which is the same thing. It's the same
Yeah,
thing
that's
in
the
the
one
series.
where the art style was really different, right?
A
Like
little
where
bit, yeah.
everyone was kind of like pale and like really white in that one.
Yes. And they
Yeah.
Mhm.
introduced the Bat family. Yeah, that's when they introduced the Bat family.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought that was the fourth one. Okay, cool. I didn't know they had 5. Wow.
Yeah. They
Five
just don't I
episodes,
don't 5 seasons, yeah.
5 seasons. I mean, yeah. Right.
Yeah. Because the fifth season was named Batman and Robin. The Adventures of Batman and Robin.
Right.
Gotcha.
I like
I
though.
gave
I
that
love that old classic. You know that 30s gangster style to it, and it because it it's sort of like his early days. Like that's when Batman came out was in the
Yeah.
40s or 30s, and so it really fit. But yeah, speaking of them that time, this was his dope. This is his first costume.
See, that's awesome. Look at
It's
that.
I like it. I really think
Yeah.
it's dope. And that costume right there is like his year one, his first joint,
Yeah.
and they recently showed that in his earliest days, his most infamous moments from Batman Year One in a whole new light in the new Batman Annual 2022. Shows Bruce Wayne's first forays with the costume, but its inclusion may lessen the impact of one of the Dark Knight's most iconic moments. The seminal work by Frank Miller that we love tells the story of Bruce's first year as a crime fighter in Gotham after returning abroad from training, and he jumps right into the criminal vigilante world. But after being injured on one of his first incursions, he sat waiting for inspiration until the sudden entrance of a wayward bat gives him the inspiration that he was looking for. So the creature of the night convinces Wayne that the only way he can save Gotham is by becoming something that would absolutely terrify evildoers. And that's where the fear aspect came in. But despite the immense gravity of Bruce finally deciding on his signature costume, a new glimpse into the past really takes the wind out of the pivotal moment sails, if you will. Like during Batman 2022 Annual, a flashback to Bruce's overseas training they show, and he fights alongside his old associate Minkoa Khan. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Minkoa Khan.
Man,
Well,
Not too
he,
familiar.
he becomes Ghostmaker. That's Ghostmaker. And so they
Oh,
knew each other back then, and the duo put their skills together, by taking out a bunch of criminals. But while neither vigilante has fully become the adventurer that they will one day be, elements of their future designs are present in the prototype costumes. In fact, Bruce's outfit is just a few tweaks away from being a fully realized Batman suit. But while it's not really that impressive of a costume, I think it's super dope. It's definitely close to what Bruce would ultimately create, in his career as Batman. But all is missing really is the ears, the cowl and the cape. That would essentially serve, the purpose of communications or you know, uh, radio antennas and all of that. And while the point of the scene isn't exactly centered around the outfit Bruce wears at the moment, seeing how close he was to nailing his future Batman costume, something kind of deflates the importance of one of the most beloved scenes in Batman canon. In Batman Year One, Bruce is humbled by his near death experience when he realizes that he can't just fight crime as a normal man. So he nearly bleeds to death while he's in his study, and he monitors the bust of his father until the bat that wanders in helps him realize how he can become a better hero by changing his appearance. And the problem with the proto suit that he wears in the annual, however, it shows him already embracing key aspects of the bat suit, like the all black clothing and mask. And so some people think that it sort of takes a little steam out of that big moment where he, realizes that he's going to be a bat, by sort of foreshadow. I don't know. I think it makes sense really, because it shows that he sort of already subconsciously in his mind knows what he's going for, so when he finally does see the bat, it just sort of clicks and it just sort of brings it together. But this is a great costume. It's almost, reminds me of the first Daredevil costume. Remember from the show in Netflix?
Oh
oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Mhm.
that costume. Now here's the thing with that costume. That costume that Daredevil wore in the Netflix series, that's canon.
Oh yeah.
That's what Daredevil. That's what Daredevil looked like when he first started fighting crime. Before he
Mhm.
got his Daredevil uniform, the red with the two D's on it. He
Mm.
looked. That's what he fought crime in. He looked like a black ninja figure almost.
Right.
Flipping around with the long, and he had the long tail coming off the back of the mask, and the mask only covered half his face. You know,
Right.
I thought when they did that for the Netflix series, I thought that was phenomenally, I thought that was good. And then
It
we
was
Yeah,
got
I love
excellent.
it.
to, yeah, and then we got to Danny Rand, and we get nothing. Like
I know, man.
That will always just hurt right here.
yeah, we got to do a surfer dude in flip flops running around Hell's Kitchen fighting. I just didn't get that, man.
I didn't like it.
I
It
don't know.
wasn't. Yeah, that was a big
But
letdown.
it
But
really was.
I
And
did. I
and and the director, not only was it a letdown, but the director embraced it. Like he said, you will never see him in that costume as long as I'm
right.
directing.
Like that's
That's what he
something to
said.
brag about.
Holding
Yeah,
it
like
hostage.
Yeah,
Golly.
like that's something to brag about. Like I would never do something that dope.
Never embrace the source material.
Right. Yeah. You'll never see anything that cool out of me.
yeah,
Weird.
But
it just made no sense.
yeah.
Anyway, back to Batman. Yeah, Batman the animated series was groundbreaking in a way that we don't see in cartoons nowadays. Even in cartoons that you would see that have their own miniseries. Uh, Me personally, I think that art has been lost to a lot of us outsourcing to Japanese artists and that style
Mhm.
just to meet criteria and to get ratings. But a lot of people don't realize is that sometimes we need something fresh, we need something new in order to move forward.
Yeah.
Um, Instead of just like Hollywood's not that smart. Instead of the cookie cutter, what's selling right now, we'll go with that
Right.
theme. Me personally, I know for a fact that when DC made Batman the animated series and Superman and Justice League, they went their own direction. They took a risk. They said, "Skip it. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it," and they got it done. I have to take my hat off to him for that. Yeah, I have to take my hat off to him. Superman, on the other hand, was more brightly colored, but it was very, very, very
Yeah,
canon as far as the show was concerned.
right.
Uh, he fought
The
Parasite a few
Batman,
times.
yeah, the Batman series definitely took influence from like Tim Burton Batman, 89 Batman, Batman Returns.
Yeah,
And the Superman theatrical cartoons by Fleischer Studios in the early 40s as well. That's kind of its main inspiration. And so it's seemed only it made sense that they would do a Superman one. But yeah, in designing the series, Bruce Timm and Eric Radomski emulated the Burton films' otherworldly timelessness, which incorporated period features like black and white title cards, police airships, and vintage color scheme with like film noir flourishes. But I love how they, just like Tim Burton, incorporated both contemporary, futuristic things with the 40s, film noir, art deco design, motif. That was dope. Like getting to see that classic, film noir gangster style, but incorporating, some futuristic or modern gadgetry and things like that. They killed it. The visual style of the series, um, based on the artwork of Radomski, and the gothic look of Gotham City was definitely derived from his initial designs. But he issued a standing order to the animation department that all the backgrounds be painted using light colors on black paper, like you said, and that's what gave it its distinctive noir imagery.
oh, bet. And since you guys like Two Face so much, do you know who played Two Face in Batman the animated series?
Was it Mark Hamill?
No, sir. He was Joker.
He was
Yeah, I
Joker.
don't
And
know who
even
played
and,
him.
and even then, you got to think about what Mark Hamill did for Joker
Oof,
on that series. Just his,
took him to another level.
Yeah,
right.
bro.
The voice acting he did for Joker on that is what everybody expects now
Yeah,
when we see him here, Joker.
that's the
I mean,
bar.
even when
Live
yeah,
action or animated.
or animated or video game. Even when
Yeah.
they did the video games, people were like, "Whoa, whoa, is Mark Hamill going to do Joker?" Because if he's not
Yeah,
doing Joker, and Rocksteady, they had to go out and get Mark Hamill on board because people
yeah,
were like, "Oh, they were boycotting the game before it came." Like, "Oh, it's not going to be
yeah,
Joker. Wait a minute, you're going to have a problem." And it was good. But the
and
voice
the
of
origin.
Harvey of what of just I forget. You know what? There was a thing I saw, Reno, about how he said he came up with that voice.
Well,
He
they
said
told
he
him
was.
because like his Joker's origin in that show is based on Jack Nicholson's, that origin from the movie. But they literally told him, "Don't do Nicholson." Like they said, don't do Nicholson. We don't want you to be up here trying to do Jack Nicholson. So, yeah, he asked if he could play one of the villains after, a small appearance as Ferris Boyle in the Heart of Ice episode that you like, even though Tim Curry had already recorded a few episodes. But Tim Curry, I guess, got bronchitis and
Yep.
part of the series, and then Mark Hamill, found himself to be one of the biggest fan of the Batman comics among the cast, and credited the laughs that he has honed on stage in Amadeus with landing him the role. But
Yes.
how did you when record? How did he come up with that voice? I think I saw an interview.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw an
but I
interview
don't
with.
remember.
I can't remember exactly, but I know it was something to the effect where he said the laugh he can't. It was the laugh that he came up with first,
Yeah.
Right.
and everybody loved it. And he said the voice. He said he just tried to sound different. Like he said, I was trying to do something different, but not like they said, sound like Nicholson. And I
Mhm.
forget, but I'll find it somewhere because I know I saw a live interview where he literally talked about it. He was like, yeah, but he said he would jump into the role, and everybody said the same thing. They said like he would literally jump into the role, and while they were filming it, doing the voice acting, they said he'd be jumping around and and making all kind of movements, and he said, as the voice got deeper and deeper. I think when he first did it, because he doesn't sound exactly like he does in the later episodes. The voice it's a little lighter. The voice, and he said as they went on, he modified it, and everybody liked it, so he just made it a little deeper, a little darker, and then he was like, "How dark can I go with it?" And they're like, "Well, take it as dark as you want," and that's what that's how it got to be what it is. But
Yeah.
as far as what he did with it, he revolutionized that. You had
And
Richard Mall.
Two-Face was Richard Mall.
That was Richard Mall. He was Two-Face. Yeah.
Night Court. That's
Night
the
Court.
big
That's
dude.
Bull. That's Bull from Night Court.
Bull from Night Court. Yeah.
That's Night Court. Yeah.
Yep.
And he was but the way he played Two-Face was brilliant, because Kevin Conroy became Batman, the voice after that series.
Yeah. He's the bar also.
Batman. Yeah, he's the bar for Batman's voice.
You know how Harley Quinn got her, I think her name came from her voice actor in this show, Arlene Sorkin, because she was a retired actress, screenwriter, presenter, comedian. Sorkin is known for portraying Calliope Jones on the NBC daytime serials Days of Our Lives, and for inspiring and voicing the DC villain Harley Quinn in Batman the Animated Series. Harleen Quinzel, Arlene Sorkin. Yeah. I think
I think it was always Harleen Quinzel, even in the comics.
Well, no, but I think I read something, man, about Harley Quinn, that they actually created Harley Quinn in this show.
That's how she came to be from the
from the animated series.
Yeah. So her comics, being named Harleen, she was created and voiced by Arlene Sorkin. That's why her name is Harleen. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how they came up with it. It's one of the best known innovations from the show, and obviously, became a big character afterwards. But
Harley Quinn became. And speaking of Harley Quinn, her and Bruce Wayne just got married. But we're talking about that on another show.
What? How did we get there?
They just got married. I
thought he was married to Catwoman.
Gotta read White Knight. That's all I can tell you. Gotta read White Knight. A
new White Knight?
Harvey Bullock. Yeah, the new White Knight. Harvey Bullock was voiced by Robert Costanzo.
Who's that? Who is that?
Nobody knows who Robert Costanzo is? I'm the only one there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm blanking. Oh my god, I'm looking at him now. Wait. No.
Take a look. Take a look at the face. Wait, take a look at the face. And then tell me what when you see him, you'll be like, yeah, like I know him.
His face looks familiar, but it looks like someone else. Like it doesn't look like anyone I'd recognize.
That's Uncle Leo from Seinfeld.
Remember?
Right?
No. All right, look. Total Recall. He was in Total Recall. Dick Tracy, right? Die Hard 2.
Yeah, Dog Day Afternoon, Saturday Night Fever. Mm-hmm.
But
City Slickers.
Yeah. I mean, he played in a lot of, but to look at him, you'd be like, huh, that's Harvey, that's Harvey Bullock, because he doesn't sound anything like Harvey Bullock, like in real life. If you just see him, like, when you watch him in different roles that he played, you're like, huh, that's Harvey Dent. Like, you just don't see it. I mean, and Die Hard 2, Sergeant Vito. Dick Tracy, he was Lip's bodyguard. Dick Tracy.
See, I'm young. I know Dick Tracy. I know of the film. I don't recognize him.
That was a big movie. So I don't know why that movie was so big.
Yeah, I don't know. Dick Tracy kind of.
People loved that movie. I have no idea why. I'm still trying to figure it out.
I loved it as a kid. I was a little kid.
It was just as big as Batman. Yeah, it was just as big as Batman.
Was huge. But it was
Yeah.
1990, and Batman just had came out the following year, or the previous year, in '89. And so, we were hype off that shit. And then Dick Tracy came out, and it was another, comic turn movie. And I think just that hype. But for me, I was probably 11 years old, and you have the gangster motif, which was I was, even already at 11, I was heavy into like mafia flicks and all of that. So the 40s gangster, Tommy guns and trench coats and all that cool shit. I loved it, dude. I was trying to buy the action figures. I got a Dick Tracy t-shirt right over there from 1990 when I was
Nah, you
11 years
serious?
old. Bro,
Nah, stop.
straight up and down.
You
Look,
gotta
look,
bring
look.
it out. You gotta bring it out. You gotta
Oh,
break that out.
Right
Because the
here.
merch was the merch was big.
oh yeah,
The
for
merch
Dick
was
Tracy.
that
big.
t-shirt
Oh
right
my
there?
god.
You
Yeah.
see that t-shirt right there
Oh,
on
I
the
see it
wall?
right there. Yeah.
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 That's my 11-year-old size little Dick Tracy t-shirt from 1990.
Oh yeah, never get rid of that.
That's the shit.
Yeah,
Point.
the merch was like off the chain. Like it was really big. Like
Yeah, I was
I
heavy
couldn't
into
even
the
tell you.
villains. I was
I
heavy
couldn't
into
even
the
tell you.
villains.
Yeah, because then they do like all the Dick Tracy villains in that movie. It's like Hammerhead and all of them. Yeah, like they did.
Yeah.
Like it was big for its time.
Yeah, Dustin
Man,
Hoffman playing Mumbles. Yeah,
That's right.
William Forsythe is
That's
Flat
right.
Top. Edo
That's right.
Roth was Itchy. You had James Tolkien as Numbers. And there was 88 Keys. Prune Face was dope. R.G. Irons. Henry Silva played Influence. Paul Sorvino was Lips Manless. Right, so that's Paulie from Goodfellas. Chuck Hicks was the Brow. Neil Summers was the Rodent. And then there was other characters. There was like Shoulders, Little Face. James Caan was Spud Spaldoni. And that's Sonny from Godfather. It was. I mean, and of course, Al fucking Pacino was Big Boy.
These names.
Madonna was in there, right?
Yeah,
Like
that was Dick Tracy. They all had those. Yeah, they all had those gangster. They all had those gangster names like Noodles and
Big Boy.
all of that.
Yeah. Flat top. Yeah, you had Big Boy Caprice. That was I mean, Dick Van Dyke was in the shit. Like Kathy Bates.
Yeah, it was an all-star cast. I can definitely tell you that.
Yeah,
Definitely
whole lot
all-star
of big.
And
But
he
it was
even
like,
had the two-way wristwatch.
and what was dope,
which we have now, which we already have now.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is look at your phone, but he had a two-way wristwatch.
Yeah.
He could talk to you and see you at the same time.
Yeah.
Paul Williams. Of course,
Danny Elfman doing the music.
Yeah, Danny Elfman. Danny Elfman did a lot of damn music over that time.
Well, yeah. He did everything. Tim Burton, he did all the superhero stuff. Like Elfman was huge.
Yeah. Paul Williams was the Penguin, voiced the Penguin in Batman the Animated Series.
Really?
Yep. Songwriter, composer. I know him best as playing Virgil in Planet of the Apes and Smokey and the Bandit. He was the two guys that had the white suits that came and wanted Burt Reynolds and to drive the liquor across 6 states.
What's his name?
Paul Williams.
Oh yeah, Oswald Cobblepot. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, Paul Williams was the Penguin.
Yeah, I know. He's like that. He's that little dude. He's like a.
He's a little dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had a lot of stuff going on in the 80s. He had a song. What was that song? Yeah, tip through the tulips. I think it was. Something like that.
Yeah, I missed that one. Adam West was in the Batman animated series too. Adam West was
he was the Great Ghost.
Right.
He played the Great Ghost. Yeah. Yeah, he played Great Ghost. Which I didn't know, which I like the way he did that. And because a lot of times they try to talk about where Bruce Wayne got his inspiration to be Batman from. But in that episode, they kind of nix out the fact. They kind of say, well, he had the image of being the Bat from seeing the Bat, but to be like Batman all the things that he got that inspiration from the Grey Ghost cartoon.
Yeah.
And it was kind of dope the way they showed him. He was a kid. He had a Grey Ghost in his hand. He's watching a TV show, and that's where he even said it. That was my inspiration. My inspiration for becoming Batman and just being a hero was by watching you. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought the Grey Ghost was. That's one of my favorite episodes, man. I don't care nobody's. I love that episode.
Yeah, it's good. There was a lot of great ones. I mean, the Bane joint. You had the Hugo Strange joint was
Hugo
dope.
Strange.
Ventriloquist and Scarface. Ra's al Ghul. This show, I mean,
Oh,
Scarecrow.
that was called the Demon's Head. The Demon's Head parts 1 and 2. I like those. Yeah, they were good.
And the characters we don't get a lot, like Mad Hatter, like you know what I'm saying, Killer Croc, Baby Doll.
Baby Doll. That's a memorable one too. That one.
Yeah, Baby Doll was a memorable one. Yeah.
It's a very underrated show, man. That shit was up there with. It's up there with the X-Men animated series to me, as far as quality and nostalgia and just all around dopeness.
Don't forget Clayface. They put Clayface was in there. Feet of Clay.
Yeah.
That was a 2-part series.
Perlman. That was Ron Perlman. That's just your boy. That's
it was
Hellboy.
Yes. Okay, that one I know. I know Hellboy. I know Ron Perlman.
Oh, don't forget the Clock King. I love the Clock King joints, and I like the last one that they did where you thought he died. He was standing in the clock, and they had him cornered, and the clock is falling, the tower's falling apart. He just jumps down into the rubble, and they're like, "Well, I guess he's gone." But he comes back, like I think the next season or something like that. Yeah, Clock King was a good one.
He's a character that actually came out in a TV show in the '60s Batman TV show. That's what he first appeared.
Yeah, I believe for that Batman's TV show, they created a lot of villains. Egghead. King Tut. There was a lot of that they created that was literally strictly for the TV show.
Yeah, I think that's dope. Like Harley Quinn and other characters that actually appeared first in these shows that went on to be huge comic characters. That's pretty rare. Usually it's the other way around. You rarely when a TV show puts in a little character like that, it's usually like a throwaway character and they never really go back to him. But people loved Harley Quinn. They loved it. And so she moved on.
I mean, it's because of the depth that everyone received on that show. I mean, the heroes and the villains, made it so compelling, and it's kind of missing from like modern animation today, I would say. Like the new 52 like animated run, I felt like they were getting there, but they didn't get there. The deepest they went with Batman was his trauma over losing his parents, which is so generic. Like we've already been down that road. This show explored so much more than that, and I think that's why it'll always stick with me like forever.
Yeah, this was just a show that was just on when I got home from school, I think. It was just one of those that I was just into as a kid, and coming right off the Tim Burton Batman movie, so I was like, I think that movie made a lot of Batman fans. 1989, a lot of kids became Batman fans. I mean, a lot of kids became Batman fans from that movie. A lot of people, period. And and then it sort of moved on to this one, and only two villains they did not do a origin story for, and one was the Penguin and the other one is the Joker. They didn't give origin stories for those two only. Most of the other villains, all the other villains, I think, had origin stories in the cartoon. But the Joker almost doesn't have an origin story in the comics either. I mean, it's very convoluted. It's never really just hashed out, or there's so many different versions, and it's like but some of his past they did put in the Mask of the Black Phantasm movie.
Yeah, I think that was a good idea to kind of keep
which came out right. Yeah, and that came out around the time that the Batman animated series was out, drawn the same way,
like
same
a
style.
movie of it. Yeah, That was like the series movie, you know, when
Yeah, because that was basically like Batman's like real like origin, like him stepping into the suit, falling in love, and then throwing that away, you know, or being forced to throw it away. Really.
yeah, yeah. And you know, they show him, you know, before his accident, but you know, he doesn't speak or referred to by name. His potential real name, Jack Napier, which is the same name that Jack Nicholson's version of the character had in the Tim Burton movie in '89, is established in the episodes Dreams of Darkness, when it is spoken by Dr. Bartholomew, and in Joker's Wild, where it's written in a dossier. So they're actually using the Jack Napier origin from that movie. And, you know, most fans know that Jack Napier was never a thing before the '89 movie. It's not from the comics, right? Joker wasn't Jack Napier before '89's, you know, Tim Burton's '89 movie. And some comics picked up on it, but the animated series kind of rode off that. And, you know, they used that origin, you know, because this show was heavily patterned after the success of the Tim Burton movie. I mean, this show wouldn't have existed. It wouldn't have come out if it wasn't for that movie. I believe that.
No, that's true. No, that's true. That's 100% true. '89 Batman paved the way for a lot of things that happened with Batman, even up until now. Can we say that they were all great?
The black
suit,
costume.
yeah, a black costume. That is strictly, and I think we'll all, even though we want the blue suit with the
yes, I want the gray. Please.
with the gray. I just think we stuck with the black suit.
Oh no.
That's blue. Dick Tracy is what Warren Beatty was in.
Yes, Dick Tracy, yeah. And that was a big movie, dude. I was Slade, I bought it. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Dick Tracy was a big movie. It was just big. I remember reading it somewhere. She was named after Italian leather actress, theater actress.
Yeah.
Could be true. Could be true. We'll find out. We'll find out the origin of Harley Quinn. But we do know when we were on here, when we had Jimmy on here, he told us his wife is responsible for the modern look of Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. They're pretty much responsible for the resurgence of her character. Their run on Harley Quinn is what made her sort of popular again. That's Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda. I forgot her name. Forgot her last name. Amanda Connor. Yeah, Amanda Connor. Yeah, Jimmy Palmiotti, Amanda Connor. Husband and wife, author, writer team. But yeah, Harley Quinn's existence, you know, or Harley Quinn's name is based on Arlene Sorkin. She voice acted Harley Quinn in this series. I don't know if she's Italian, but she lives in DC, but she is an actress though.
Is she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's an actress, and she played in Days of Our Lives and all that. But she played Harley Quinn's voice in this movie, and I guess they just came up with the character. You know, the character was created for Arlene by her friend, the writer Paul Dini, to play. So it's kind of funny, like they made the character for her to play, and then it just snowballed into this, you know, amazing.
That's right. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Yeah, she did. No, now that I'm thinking about it, you're right. Harley Quinn did come out on that too, because I remember they did a comic book for the animated series, and she was in it. And I remember a lot of people started like kind of gravitating towards Harley. Like they liked her. And then she was Joker's girlfriend after that. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Now on the Superman the animated series, when it debuted, was riding off the coattails of Batman the animated series, which also was which was a hit and success then. By then, the steam for Batman rolled up, but people, no matter how much we are not fans, or how much we are fans, bottom line is America loves Superman. I don't care what
Mm-hmm.
any of y'all say. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
care what any of y'all know. I don't care who your mother knows. I don't care none of that. America loves Superman. Um,
Yes.
and it was
American is
and
apple
the
pie.
animated series, apple pie, Coca-Cola, milkshakes, and Superman. They all go hand in hand. Um, Superman the animated series when it debuted, I forget the first episode. I think it was. I think they did an origin episode. I think it talked about him coming to Earth, and then they
Yeah,
they,
it
they
was
kind of
a
fast-forward.
three-parter, that beginning, the
Yes.
last son of Krypton,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
like his
Yeah.
origin.
Yep. They went through all of that, and then after that, it took off from there. He did. They did a lot of his. They did some of Flash's roles. Got like Weather Wizard was on there. Flash was on there quite a bit. There was an episode where he hooked up with Batman. There also was he fought Livewire a lot. Who else did he fight? Metallo. He fought Metallo quite a few times on there. Dark Side that came later, and then
Yeah,
he also fought Parasite. That was another good one.
yeah, he was on there. Looks like
Yeah.
twice in season one.
Yeah.
Brainiac, Lobo.
Brainiac,
Mhm.
Lobo. Yeah, his scuffles with Lobo on
Lobo
there.
was a couple. He was in a two-parter. They did a
Yep.
two-parter with Lobo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Lana
there was
Lang,
one.
his
Lana Lang. Yep.
his other girl.
Yeah,
His other
he did.
We won't talk about her.
yeah.
Gross.
But yeah, that speaking of Superman, I recently read something about Green Lantern being able to recreate a red sun,
Yeah, that's crazy.
but taking like a team of lanterns to do it.
One big
Like,
enough. Yeah.
yeah, one
Yeah.
big enough.
One big enough. Yeah.
And the article was saying that you know, they could create this red sun and use that power to fight Superman, you know, to weaken him. But you know, I think that's kind of, it's like overdoing it when they could just create kryptonite, right?
Yes, they can.
they can.
Yes, they
Oh,
can.
Yeah, because they can
Yes,
oh
create
yeah,
actually,
that's right.
all its
the
properties.
ring once the ring scan if the ring could scan a piece of kryptonite
Yeah,
or knew the properties of it, they could actually recreate it
yeah.
and weaken Superman and get him that way. So
Hmm.
Green, listen, I've said it before. I'll keep saying it again. Green Lantern is they're one of the most powerful, beings in the universe. I mean, with those
Yeah,
rings, I mean, it may not seem like it, but they are. I mean,
they get
it's
slept on.
they can, yeah, they do get slept
Well,
on. They
yeah,
can do a lot of
they,
damage.
yeah, they
Even when
can
I was
be.
watching Young Justice today, I mean, Green Lantern was the only one who could break out of the force field or whatever they were being held in. Like their will is strong, and so is their power. Like it's
Yeah,
crazy.
they can become godlike.
Yeah,
They
Yes,
can. They
and
really can.
yeah, and the stronger their will, the stronger their power. So it is, and the stronger their constructs. The more they focus, see what it is it goes hand in hand. The stronger their focus, the stronger their constructs. The
hmm
stronger their will, the stronger their they become, as far as what they can create and how you can break through their constructs. So like if like in the one where Superman and Batman and Hal Jordan, they were in the bubble and Superman was punching it, and Batman was like, "Look, you lose your concentration, you lose focus." He gets through,
Yeah,
and
you gonna
he
bust our ass. Yeah,
yeah.
this guy here, the
But if
Emerald
you had
Knight, recently, in the comics is this guy right here, the Emerald Knight, is a beast, bro. He's a beast. I mean, God, like a god, straight up. A lot of lanterns take on god level powers, it's sort of a trend lately, but Sector 2814 already has more active corpsmen on one planet than most other sectors ever see, with nearly half of the Earth-based officers successfully gaining godlike abilities in their own way. The argument could be made that becoming a Green Lantern puts its inductees on a path, to vast cosmic power. Um, the So why is it that so many members of the Green Lantern Corps are able to gain such powerful forms? Well, the Green Lanterns are fueled by their own willpower, and many Earth-based officers have been shown to have some of the most resilient wills in the universe. From incorporating a force as powerful as the God Storm or mastering every component of the emotional spectrum, John, Kyle, and Hal have all stepped up to the challenges presented to them and saw them through, no matter through no matter the difficulty. Their reward for their examples of willpower was an ascension to practical godhood. There's no doubt that if these three can do it, any Green Lantern with a powerful enough resolve could find their way to this god level, upgrade. And once they hit that power, man, it's Superman who?
And it is. You're right, Superman. Who? Like, I mean, when you think about John Stewart being an Emerald Knight, it's it's almost like it was just bound to happen, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because at one
Yeah.
point, Hal Jordan was considered probably the best Green Lantern that the Corps had to offer.
Yeah. Well, he was the OG, right? He was the
He's the original Green from Earth. He was the first Earth to become a Green Lantern.
Yeah. But yeah, there's some deep shit going on in the comics right now, as far as Green Lantern, cosmic powers, and all of that. Like, Green Lantern is a really dope, underrated character in a lot of ways. I personally just thought it was kind of, I don't want to say corny, but I just thought it was kind of whack. Like, because all I thought they could do is make like a big ass fist or a big brick wall or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't think they could make anything that had any sort of moving components. I didn't think they could do any properties like of chemical properties, mineral properties, stuff like that. I didn't realize that they could do all that stuff. I thought they could literally, because in the cartoons, in the old cartoons in the 80s, that's all you ever saw was the giant boxing glove, right? Or like that.
They're so limited.
Yeah, they weren't. The artists back then wasn't that creative. Yeah,
well, they were trying to make sure he wasn't as bad as Superman. Like they wanted Superman to remain the one, that was the dopest and give everybody else the subpar powers. But when it really came, to needing some shit, they always brought Superman in. But if they were being honest, Green Lantern is a beast. Introduction of Atrocitus got me into Green Lantern. Okay, Atrocitus.
A lot of people, Noir, a lot of people got into the Lantern universe once they introduced the Atrocitus and the Red Lanterns.
Oh yeah,
because they're essentially Green Lanterns, but they're fueled by rage. So like the madder they get, the stronger they get. The more rage and hatred and rage that they have with them, the stronger their constructs are. So like but the Guardians say that green willpower is the strongest of all the light spectrums.
Right.
So it's just a debate. It's just arguable a debate of which light spectrums are stronger after that. And the Guardians said that's why they chose green, because green was the strongest of all the light spectrums.
Yeah, because green is will. That's willpower.
Yeah, willpower. Yeah.
So
and
it's got
red it's got to be. Yeah, and red is
rage.
Yellow's
right?
fear. Rage. Yeah, red is rage. Yellow is fear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sinestro embraced that one, and that's what got him, because he was also a very strong Green Lantern when
Real
he was
clever.
a Green.
Sinestro.
Yeah. Yeah, Abin Sur began making periodic visits to the planet of it's like a prison planet, Yizmalt, and what I think is what's called, and began to ask questions regarding the Blackest Night. Sir even went as far as to free Atrocitus from his imprisonment so that he could lead the Green Lantern to Earth and the prophesied birthplace of the Black that would one day end the universe, taken to Earth by a starship uh, due to fellow inversion Quill predicting that Sir's ring would one day fail him when he needed it most, and bound by energy restraints created by Sir's ring, Atrocitus instilled fear in his captor, allowing the yellow impurity to seep into his willpower constructs and weaken them enough to allow him to break free. He slashed the Green Lantern in the chest, mortally wounding him. Atrocitus jumped from a point high in the Earth's atmosphere to escape Sir's falling ship. So, is Atrocitus responsible for killing Abin Sur and making him crash into the ground, and then the ring finding
Hal Jordan?
Hal Jordan, right? Yeah. Atrocitus landed near an airbase, killed an unspecified number of Air Force troopers, and recited what would later become the Oath of the Red Lantern Corps, and performed a ritual that told him the name of the Herald of the Blackest Night, William Hand. Atrocitus created a device using stolen gun parts that acted as a cosmic divining rod and used it to lead him to Hand. Once he tracked him down, it was said who would play a prominent role in becoming the Blackest Night. He attacked and planned to take the Hand's innards back to Yasmalt. Before his plan proceeded, however, Sinestro and rookie Green Lantern Hal Jordan intercepted him. Yeah, so he okay. So I thought he was more of a newer character, but Atrocitus been around since Hal Jordan.
That's the way they wrote it, but he is a newer character, but they just wrote it like he's been around.
They retconned it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he's been around. Because we didn't even get the light spectrums until like I don't know, like mid 2000s. I think maybe like 2010 or something like that. It was something crazy. I know when I first heard of them, I was like, well, damn, they're introducing all these because we got yellow, white, blue, green, red,
black,
indigo,
purple.
purple. Yeah. I was like, well, damn. Because matter of fact, I actually have the comics, where they introduced them, where they started introducing them. Because that's when we got Laws. Like a lot of people like Laws, and they love Atrocitus, things like that. Like Laws was another very very popular lantern.
Well, he was Atrocitus came out in 2007. That's when he first appeared. Green Lantern Volume 4, number 25 in 2007. Chronological first appearance was Green Lantern 4, number 29 in 2008. Created by Jeff Johns. Yeah, but Rage is the red for sure.
Yeah, Rage is red. Yeah, we know Rage is red. Yeah, yellow is Fear.
And he's got Black Lantern Resistance. He's got Rage Empowerment, Rage Infection, Rage Absorption, Precognition, Mind Reading, Flight, Force Field Generation, Energy Constructs, Blood Portals, Energy Projection, Rage Transformation, Rage Plasma, Red Energy Conduit, and Rage Suppression, Blood Replication. Man, he got some skills.
He got some skills. No, they're pretty powerful, man. I mean, when you think about it, they're all pretty, but they all cancel each other out. Like there's no one that can't be canceled out by another when you look at them all.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what makes them all kind of equal. But it also makes them all kind of like, kind of need each other to work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, with each other too.
And then they got one guy where he combines all the rings. He rocked a ring of each color.
Mm-hmm.
And he became some super powered dude. I think I sent that shit out already. Hey, no, I didn't. No. Oh, But yeah, I think I mailed it. I already sold that. But yeah, it was damn, can't think of his name. Somebody help me out. Green Lantern that got all the rings and created
Oh,
or became some super being.
That's
Omni. No, was it
That sounds right. Something like Omni
Omni?
or
Omni.
Infinite or yeah.
What is it called?
it's it's on the tip of my tongue. Damn.
It's Omni. It is Omni something.
It's only something.
Yeah.
I think so. But it was.
Oh man. It is only something. It is only something. Oh, and they had to fight him too. That's another thing. They like all
Yeah.
of them had to band together to fight him. Well, while you guys are contemplating on that, orange is the color of greed. So if you're greedy,
That's him, by the way.
That's Larfleeze. Is that his name? He's the prominent one I know for orange. Larfleeze.
yeah, and then blue is the color of hope.
Mm-hmm.
Some
like
say it is
Cuba.
the strongest. Some say it's the strongest of all the emotions in the spectrum, but it is also the most mysterious. Indigo is the color of compassion. Violet is the color of love and surprise. And then black, for those who do not have any emotions whatsoever, because they're dead. So that's black. And then you have white. White is the power of life. And as for right now, that is it. But I think Laz was a Yellow Lantern. He's another really, 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 really popular lantern. That's not a Green Lantern. People love Laz. They love. I don't know. I think people uh just like the fact that he's just different. They like the strange. They like the strange and the quirky. You know what I mean? So.
Okay.
But as far as
I guess it's
lanterns
Omni Lantern.
Is it? Man, I could have sworn it was something else.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting. Omni Lantern. That's on.
Oh man. Okay. Dang. Yeah, because it was Kyle Rayner. He had all the ones, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, it's Kyle Rayner. He got them all. He got the black, the yellow, the orange, the purple, the red, the blue.
Y'all really trying to figure that one out,
huh? It was like I was struggling.
Right there, right there.
It was right there. I had the first part, and then the second part.
I have a picture of the dude, but I can't find. Well, I mean, let me Google it.
I'm trying to think. Oh, did you guys did you see the suits that they showed for the Flash and Supergirl? They showed they have I think it was like in an expo. They had the Aquaman suit, Black Manta for the second film, and then they had the Flash and Supergirl that they're gonna have in Flashpoint. I was like, okay.
Yeah, there says there's 9 rings. Kyle Rayner has worn them all, except I think black and white. Yeah, there's ultraviolet, white, black, star, sapphire, core. Oh yeah, it was Kyle Rayner. I know that much. Larfleeze and his
Yeah,
army.
Lark Fleas. Yeah, Lark Fleas is one that
Orange.
people love. Yeah, people love Lark Fleas. They love him.
Yeah, he's the orange joint.
They love Lark Fleas. He's one of their favorites. Lark Fleas is a fan favorite.
Really?
Really?
That's a shock.
Yeah, he's a fan favorite, bro. They love him. He's real big, and you don't see him. I haven't really seen him in a lot of comics. Just in a few here and there. So if you have any Larfleeze, anything with Larfleeze in it, you the man because they don't show, but people love him. Him Atrocity, they love Dexstar. Dexstar's another fan favorite.
It's funny. Larfleeze came out in the same comic book that Atrocitus came out in. He came out in the same issue, Green Lantern Volume 4, number 25 in 2007. He was also created by Jeff Johns, but he was a key participant in the Blackest Night storyline. And yeah, I got a bunch of the Blackest Night comics.
They were good. They were good. I can't lie and say they weren't. I
Yeah.
literally read them. I read all of them, and they were good. Yeah, Larfleeze is also a good. He's another character people they love Larfleeze, man. Love him.
Love him,
Him,
Larfleeze.
Dexstar. Yeah, they love him, Dexstar,
Oh yeah, that's
Atrocitus. Yeah, and I thought that was cool the way they did Dexstar. Like I thought that was like really cool the way they did that.
Oh, Young Justice, you guys. I know you watch Sada, the final story arc of Young Justice season 4, seemingly borrowed from the original ending of Infinite Crisis.
yeah. So I watched the latest episode today. It's we're at like the penultimate episode because I think that next week it'll be finished. So they have what's it called? What is his name? Drew? Is it Drew Zod or is that the son? But they have General Zod. He's coming from the Phantom Zone. He's bringing everybody. They're basically going to take over the Earth. The episode was just crazy, and I don't know what's going to happen in the finale, but the way they left things, it's going to be crazy. I don't want to spoil unless somebody cares, but yeah, it was.
We don't care.
Okay, great.
So, episode 25.
That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. We here to spoil and and help people out that don't have time to watch it.
Oh yeah. So in the episode, basically they use the boom tube. They use the mother box to have a boom tube. They come from the Phantom Zone. They come to Earth. And so the team is trying to stop him. It looks like Nightwing may be dead because he goes through the boom tube first. And then what is his name? Drew Zod? I think that's the kid. He just like whips him into the wall. They're in the Fortress of Solitude and he's bleeding. So
who's Lorzod?
Is it Drew? I'm trying.
There's someone named Lorzod.
Lord Zod. Yeah, I don't know why.
Nightwing attempted to destroy the Super Sunbed, and he was crushed to death after Lorzod, General Zod's son, collapsed the statue of Superman's parents that Nightwing had been using as a cover.
Oh, you know what? Drew Zod is the dad, not the son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I was getting confused. Okay, so yeah, Lord Zod, he kicked Nightwing into what's it called? Like the wall. He might be dead. Then Superboy, he has been kind of brainwashed into working alongside General Zod and everyone. So he at the end of the episode, they were basically like Superboy kills Superman and prove your allegiance. And they ended it there. So I don't know what's, but it's crazy. I don't know what they're gonna do, but it's been really good. So I'm excited for how they're gonna end it.
Oh yeah.
And it was also petitioned by the fans to take a lot of the LGBTQ stuff out of Young Justice. Yeah, a lot of the fans were writing in telling them, you got to stop with the, with the characterization of, just making them gay. Like, I mean, or because you got a gender neutral character, what's her name? What's the one girl?
Yeah, it's
Violet.
Violet.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
Violet. Yeah, Violet's supposed to be gender neutral. And then they had an episode where she kissed another girl, was supposed to be dating another guy, and was confused. And it was a whole episode where she was just confused about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Didn't
I
know
think
she was
that
into.
character's been like the vehicle for like their representation in the show. I felt like in the third season they were a bit on the nose with it. I feel like this season, I don't know, it hasn't taken up like so much to where like it's like annoying. Like I don't know. I feel like it's something in the background, so I don't really care personally. So I don't know. But they seem really upset.
Yeah.
No, the fans were. They
Yeah.
literally were. They were yeah, bro. They were because it takes away from the story. You know,
Yeah.
you want to move on with the story, but then you got to stop to do this side story about her identifying her sexuality, which has nothing to do with saving the world.
Yeah, I think
Right?
that's kind of a big problem. Like, it's too much going on. It's too bloated. So I felt like they could have cut that out. Like, or what's it called? They could have cut that out. The stuff with Brian, like that has nothing to do with anything. Like they could have cut that whole
Nothing.
thing
Yeah,
out.
whole
Like,
thing out.
yeah,
Yes.
and it would have been fine. Like it has nothing to do with literally anything. Like just cut it out.
No, you're right, and it distracts from the main story, and it also drags it out because now
Yeah.
you're like, all right, are we gonna ever, get to the plot point of this, season road? Because in the other Young Justice, the episodes kind of like they set the plot, they move through the story, and then like towards the end it'd be a climactic battle where they
Yeah.
would all go at it, and it was great. It was a good formula. It worked
Yeah.
every episode. But you
And
get to
even
this
like
one,
the small episodes, like they still connected to the main story. Like in season 1, when they went to the circus and they were fighting Parasite, and even the Halloween episode, which is like an amazing episode, that connects to the main story and that helps further develop the team. Like we're kind of at a
oh
point
yeah,
where these filler episodes are just ridiculous.
yeah, the Halloween episode was good. That was a good
Yeah,
one. Yeah,
that was a really
damn,
good
I
one.
forgot about it. That was a
I
really good
like.
one.
I gotta rewatch season 1. That show was really good.
Yeah, that was good. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. It did. It was a filler, but it pushed along the agenda of the storyline,
You
which these
know,
don't.
like because I think it helped focus on Artemis, who had just been introduced to the team. So we got a little more insight into her and her morals and everything, which was great. But like these new filler episodes, I'm just like, what are we doing? Like, why are we doing this?
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, they'll go. Right, they'll go to school, spend the whole day in school, trying to
Yeah,
figure out
like
a hard math problem.
who
It has
cares?
nothing to do with it. And then by the end of it, they'll show Cyborg sitting there feeling sorry for herself, and then
Damn.
they'll end it like, it's just dumb. You'd be like, come
It's
on,
just dumb.
dude.
Like they
Yeah,
had the
you like, come
episode where Violet moved in to God. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Nobody cares. Like, just move on. Yeah, for all that, you could have focused on developing Cyborg and Static and building up the Outsiders. You know, the team you introduced in season 3. Like, it's just ridiculous. I still love
it's
the
true.
show, but
It's true. Yeah,
Well,
because the
this
new season is
so,
Outsiders and what's the other one? I think Outsiders was the newest season,
yeah,
and then
that
the
was
new
season 3.
That was season 3, and season 4 is what? What's season 4 called?
Phantoms. I think it's called
Phantoms.
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 Yeah.
It's Phantoms. Yeah, it's Phantoms. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
well, speaking of these shows and resurgence of shows, like they're bringing back the X-Men show. They're talking about bringing back Teen Titans, the original, not the
Man,
show.
they've been talking about that for like
Yeah,
years.
they've been getting us hype and gave us nothing.
Well, after 15 years of it, after it came to a close, Teen Titans star Tara Strong has shared her thoughts on a possible revival of the original show. But yeah, that animated series marked the first proper adaptation of that superhero team: the Robin, Starfire, Cyborg, Raven, and Beast Boy. And Teen Titans, I thought, the original Teen Titans was such a great show, so
It
dope,
was an amazing show.
It was.
super
And the way
great.
they ended it just
My son refused, even to this day, when he was a kid, we bought like a lot of the Teen Titans, the toys for that toy line for him. And he refused to give them up. He was like, "Dad, I'm keeping those. They're never
Good,
going to go
good
anywhere."
for him.
I'm like, "Sonny, you said it's like that. I'm sorry. I just can't get rid of them. I understand I'm older now, but I just can't do it." I was like, "All right, they're yours to keep."
Hey, just tell him to look at Reno's show. All the
Good for him. Good for him. Yeah, that show was great.
but yeah, that was a great show. It was 5 seasons, critically acclaimed, character development, anime influenced animation, humor,
And it all
adult
stems, and Reno, it all stems from Batman and Superman, the animated series. It catapulted DC's animated line
Yeah,
into the
period.
mainstream to what we have now
Yeah.
with the movies, the TV shows, Young Justice, Teen Titans, Teen Titans Go, all of that. It all started there. I think personally, had those two shows not been a success, we would have none of the stuff we have now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They wouldn't have taken that risk. There's no way.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
So Tara Strong, she said, talking about the show coming back, she said it's been so nice because it was hard in the beginning to see all the hate because we as performers were so happy that we were invited back because in actuality it's a different show, and I think people were angry because season 5 ended at such a pivotal story arc moment, and they were hoping, that when Teen Titans came back, it was going to answer all those questions, to take them back in this adventure, and it didn't. So I don't even think the initial reaction was actually to that show, more disappointment of not getting season 6. And I think what she's talking about is obviously Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
Right. When Teen Titans Go came out, fans were pissed because they expected Teen Titans. I'm one of those fans. Right. Yeah, no, absolutely. And they really pissed a lot of people off. But it was like the same, I think it was a lot of the same voice actors, right?
Yeah, it was the exact same cast.
Same cast, right? So that was but given Teen Titans season 5 ended with Beast Boy reuniting with the rest of the team to battle the seemingly undefeatable white monster, but faded into white without a resolution to the fight. It's understandable that fans, of the series continue to hold out hope for a revival. But even if the Trouble in Tokyo movie technically served as a series finale,
which was great, but
it was good. But yeah, we want the show. But yeah, the show still, Teen Titans Go kept that show popular because it didn't. I think Teen Titans Go made such hype that it actually became more talked about and popular than the original show.
Yeah, I'm not mad at them because they're making a bag off of Teen Titans Go. I mean, it just kind of exploded. Like so many, there's movies and specials and all the merch. So I'm not mad at them, but I still want the original show.
Nah, but
a lot of people want the original show because when you break it down, nobody asked for Teen Titans Go.
Not really.
And it actually it just gained popularity over time. It wasn't like it came out and it was immensely popular.
It's like Thundercats Roar.
Yeah,
why
nobody asked for it.
Yeah, nobody wants that. Nobody.
But that's what they do. Anything that was popular in the 80s and 90s, they try to bring it back. I guess because they're not as creative as these guys were and girls back then. They make it into a comedy. They do a comedy with it, like Starsky and Hutch. They did a remake of the movie, comedy.
Right.
21 Jump Street, comedy.
Comedy. Yeah.
Yeah. They just do anytime they do the Brady Bunch when they did the Brady Bunch movie, comedy.
Yeah. Even the G.I. Joe movies weren't even that serious.
Comedy.
No. Yeah, they were, and they were bad comedy. Yes, they were bad comedy.
Yeah. I think the worst part was that they baited fans with Teen Titans season 6. They did it in the Teen Titans Go movie with that credit scene with the original design and everything, and we got nothing for it. Like That's what gets me. Like, you baited the fans, and we're never getting it. I just don't see us ever getting it. If we do, I mean, we'll see. But
Yeah.
nah, that was horrible what they did.
Yeah. And
It
Scott
was.
Menville was the original Teen Titans voice actor for Robin. He said he felt protective of the character for Teen Titans Go, the original Teen Titans animated series. Or no, he felt protective of the of the character in Teen Titans Go, and he said I felt very protective of my Robin from the original series. So I understood when those people were saying that this one might not be for them. However, I really loved hearing from all the people who liked the original and love this one as well. It just seems to grow and grow and grow. I really do love to hear when people like they're both people to hear when people like both there too. I don't want to say totally different shows because it's the same voice actors and it's the same characters, but you're just seeing the worst personality traits of these characters, which I think is really funny to see what people are like at home when they're not fighting crime and they're sitting in the tower getting in on each other's nerves. I guess that's sort of the premise, but I mean, these, the characters from the Teen Titans show wouldn't have acted like this at home.
Yeah. And they've actually had episodes where they're at home, chilling out, getting in hijinks. And it was just nothing to this exaggerated level. And it's like,
like the one where Cyborg, we was home where he made the car.
Yeah,
we hooked his car up. It's just little stuff. Yeah, you're right. It is little stuff, but it's nothing like Teen Titans Go, where they just literally
Go. They blessed us with that. Where they blessed us with the episode when Cyborg brought that cassette tape home.
Oh, Night Begins to Shine.
Night Begins to Shine. That shit was epic. Did you ever watch it, Sada? We talked about it.
I still have to get to it.
I
know. I gotta get.
I'm waiting for somebody because you know how they release like a DVD with just certain episodes. I'm waiting for
they
them to
should
release
do
one
that.
with just those on it. Like not those. I mean, look, Night Begin. That was good, man. Like me and my son watched that.
Yeah.
We must have kept watching on demand. We must have watched about 20 times. He's like, Dad, can we please watch?
Yes, we can. With me and my son, we watched the hell out of that episode. We loved that shit.
It was good. Even the second one was good.
Oh
yeah, they did.
They destroyed the dragon. Yeah, they did 2 of them.
Yeah,
which was great. You gotta watch them, Sada. You gotta watch them.
I know. They're on my list for HBO. I just haven't got to.
Nah. Listen, we ain't getting none. We just saying it's just epic. Like there's just no like once you watch them, you're gonna be like, why did I not watch these sooner? Like man,
I'm gonna regret it. I'm gonna be like, I waited too long. I should have been watched this. I'm excited.
Nah, they're good though.
Yeah. Well, look out, everybody! Look out for Batman Incorporated coming soon in the comics. It is poised to be the international adventure comic that DC has been missing. Introduced in the wake of the Joker War storyline, Ghostmaker has cemented himself as a unique player in the future of the DC universe. An old frenemy of the Dark Knight who has patterned himself as a unique counterpart to the Cape Crusader, Ghostmaker might have finally found the perfect way into the spotlight. You have the Batman 2022 annual, which sets the stage for the upcoming Batman Inc. ongoing series. And it's one of the most exciting new titles that DC has announced. In actuality, the Batman 2022 annual doesn't focus much on Batman at all. It actually focuses on Ghostmaker being handed control of Batman Inc. and his immediate changes to their operation. He upgrades a handful of the members into his international team, including Batman of Japan, Raven Red, Dark Ranger, El Gaucho, and Wingman. And while getting under the skin of the others when he orders them to return home and effectively serve as reserves. But on the revised team's first mission, Ghostmaker leads the group to Quebec to confront a supposed rogue former agent of Lex Luthor, Grey Wolf, who was trained to be yet another version of Batman. although the massive gray wolf proves to be more of a threat than the team is prepared to handle. It also proves to be more heroic than expected, but initially he only fights the heroes to defend the residents of his town who've been infected with a test run of the Lazarus resin. And Grey Wolf even joins up with the team at the end of the day, invited by Ghostmaker after he helps save the town by reverse engineering a cure for the illness. But all of this sets the stage for Batman Inc. To be a major force going forward. I think it's going to be a truly epic global series, which was recently confirmed to be on the horizon. But a title focused on Batman Inc. is a great idea. It's an international game changer for the DC universe. Ghostmaker, he's got the new partner Clown Hunter, some of the best new characters introduced into Batman, the Batman universe as of late, and it's exciting to learn that they're going to continue to have a presence in the DC universe and sort of move on out of just Batman. But meanwhile, the already established members of the international team each offer their own perspectives on crime fighting and morality and have proven to be capable heroes in their own right many times over the years. But still, this could be the showcase. This could be the showcase that the group has never truly received, allowing them to really show off what makes them special. There's also an inherently good concept behind a global squad of Batman allies working together. It's a title that could easily tie into virtually any other book and giving this team a chance to become interconnected with almost any part of the DC universe. I think it's a perfect place to introduce new characters, reintroduce old ones from all around the globe. Having numerous agents of the team based around the globe opens up the possibility that the team could be used in any number of different stories, giving any series focusing on them an ingrained ability to genre hop at will. And it also allows Batman's influence to continue to spread throughout the world, even as the core Bat family are occupied by their commitment to Gotham City. But the new series is also a way for a fan favorite characters like England's Knight and Argentina's rough and tumble El Gaucho to get a chance to shine outside of the shadow of the Bat. And the series could even take cue from last year's Batman the World and recruit comic creators from around the world to work on stories for the series, making it a truly international approach to Batman. Batman Incorporated series is a great idea and has the potential to become a special part of the universe. So definitely, guys, keep an eye out for that. And we definitely have kind of gone over, guys. It has been an hour and a half. So unless you guys have anything else, I think that's our show.
No, because you guys saw the suits, right? The ones that they had at the expo, the DC Expo, or I think that's what it was for the Aquaman 2 movie. They had this dark suit and then Black Manta suit, which is more like the classic Black Manta suit, which looks awesome. And then they have the Flash one, Supergirl one.
That I saw it. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Black Manta it looks
That
way
looks-
better than what we got in that first movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
The Flash one looks like, I don't know, it looks weird. It's like a condom dipped in red and yellow. It just looks awful to me.
Oh,
But the
wow.
Supergirl one looks okay. Maybe it's just the
Flash,
material.
You know what, Flash, they try to do too much with it.
Yeah.
Because of the color scheme and the way, just keep it simple.
You
the best
know,
thing
it's
to do.
like his suit is so simple. Like, I don't know why they
Yeah,
have
just
to do
keep
the
it-
most.
Yeah, just keep it simple. It doesn't have to be. The more comic accurate you make that suit, the better off people will like it in the movies. But Hollywood's not that smart, so
Never,
wait and see what they
ever,
give
ever.
us. You know.
The Black Manta suit in the comics, he has a massive head.
That's what,
and
because that's where all the tech is. All
Yeah.
the tech is in the, or suit is in the head. Yeah.
I thought it wasn't bad in the movie.
I mean, it wasn't terrible in the first one. I
No, it
just
wasn't
felt like,
terrible. This one just looks better. Like this one just
Yeah.
looks better. Yeah, like it wasn't bad. We ain't complain. It's just that this one just looks better.
I'm
I
trying
really
to
liked him in that movie. I'm glad he's coming back
Yeah.
because he got done real dirty.
Yeah, he did. He did, and he didn't get a. And he is actually a main villain for Aquaman. Like
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know.
that
yeah, it's
would
that's his
like he deserves. Right, he deserves to
his
go toe to
Joker.
toe with Aquaman.
That's
Yeah,
Right,
what I'm saying. Mhm.
that's his Lex Luthor.
right, exactly. So he should be. He needs a whole movie like Batman Joker type thing. Like he needs a whole movie to go, go with Aquaman.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, I'm trying to find you guys some pictures of that.
Oh yeah. I think if you look up what did I look up? Flash and Supergirl suit, then it'll come up.
All right.
Look, one of those photos.
Okay, I think that's that's the Black Manta. That's Aquaman. Oh, Black Manta's got some dope gear on his suit.
Right? It's like, okay. Oh, I'm telling you.
And, all right, here's a couple of shots. Bink, bink, bink. All right, so this is the new Aquaman suit. Yeah, that's pretty dope. And that's it next to the Black Manta joint.
Look at that helmet. Oh,
Nice. And there it is from behind. That is wicked.
yeah.
it is. It is.
That is hella dope. And Flash and who?
What's it called? And Supergirl.
Flash and Supergirl.
Yeah, their suits were side by side in the expo.
Let's see. I
Like
see.
how they did the suit in the show, I don't know why that hasn't really translated to the movies just yet. It's like really weird.
You mean Flash?
Yeah, like the Flash suit in the show, I felt like it is really good, but it just hasn't translated for some reason.
Yeah, damn, I don't see one with both of them. Take that out. Is this the Supergirl with the short black hair?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have one pulled up on my thing. On my screen. Yeah, it's the newest one.
Yeah. I see her, but I don't see Flash. Let me see if I can.
Oh, well, that one, yeah, you could just do that one individually too.
Some on-set photos right here. That's her, I guess.
Yeah, and then they had the cape in the at the expo photo. That one has the cape, which is not terrible. I just think it kind of bleeds into the symbol, the S symbol, so it looks weird.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't think the suit is bad.
No, it looks pretty cool. Slade, yeah, man, appreciate you, man, hanging out. And yeah, guys, come back Monday. Panda chop. We got Shadow the Panda is gonna chop it up with us on Monday, and we're gonna talk about Shang-Chi, Black Panther, other comic movies, and diversity and racial equality and things like that. Those kind of subjects and whatnot. We're gonna chop it up with the Panda Man himself. And yeah, guys, that's our show. We'll see you guys Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we'll be back Wednesday for Obi-Wan episode 4. Come on.
It was good.
Just give me one. Oh
It
man,
was good. It was good.
it was all right. All right, yo. Peace.
Peace. Peace.